Alright, what's up guys? NinjaDeathStrike here, bringing you some more Magic the Gathering, Duels of the Planeswalkers. Let's see if we can get into a match. We're going to do something a little bit different today. I've actually unlocked every card for every deck, and so instead of me picking a deck, I'm just going to put it on random. We're going to see what happens. There's some really good decks and some pretty bad ones, and depending on what our opponents are playing, we could get screwed, so we'll have to see what happens here. Go ahead and pause until we get someone to play. Alright, here we go. So we've got someone waiting for them to pick their deck. They're in. Let's see what we get. Don't be the sliver deck, please. Alright, what do we... Oh, we got the enchantment deck. This is a cool deck. So I only have 2 lands, but I have a Wall of Blossoms. I'm playing first. That'll let me see 2 cards. I'm going to keep. This is a risky keep, but I'm going to keep. Well, that is really loud. Hold on. I'm going to turn this volume down a bit. This deck is pretty cool. It's kind of a combo deck. It's very slow, so if we're playing against the human soldier deck, we're probably going to lose. Nope, that's a mountain. So, we might have a chance, but it's pretty neat. It kind of it draws a lot of cards, which is really weird for green-white, and that's the reason I like it. It also has a lot of removal and just does some really cool stuff. So we didn't hit a land there. That's unfortunate. We're gonna get to draw a card here with a Wall of Blossoms. That'll let us not draw a land, okay? And we get one more turn to draw a land, and if we don't, we're gonna be in pretty big trouble. So this was a risky keep. We only had 2 lands, but if we get 3, it really does turn on our deck, and that's why I kept it. If we can just get one more land, we'll be all set. We did at least get a card we could cast. Our opponent plays a mountain, so there are several decks he could be playing. There's the Samurai deck. We didn't get a land again. That's unfortunate. So we're going to cast this guy and then just pass. And now every time we don't get a land, we fall further and further behind, so hopefully we don't just lose. This could be the Samurai deck. It could be the Artifact deck. I don't know if that's out yet. Shock. So he's going to kill our thing. Shock is interesting. I think that means he slivers, which is okay. The sliver deck is not too bad. Land? Alright. We get a land. So we're in decent shape now. I think I'm going to cast this enchantment. Whenever we cast an enchantment card, we draw... Whenever we cast an enchantment spell, we draw a card. So that'll be good. If he does play a creature, we can pacify it and draw a card. If he doesn't, we can play this Yavimaya Enchantress as a 3/3. That'll be pretty good. So he's going to shock us in the face. So he's also stuck on lands. You see he hasn't drawn another one, which is unfortunate for him. This looks like it may end up not being much of a game. That's a real expensive card that we can't cast. So he didn't play a creature. That means we're going to cast our Enchantress. Hopefully we're going to hit a land next turn. We do have 2 of our win conditions in hand. Oversoul of Dusk is just a giant beater, and Daybreak Coronet needs another enchantment, but it is a good way to end the game. We also have a piece of removal. If he casts a creature, we can pacify it, and then we have a privileged position to give all of our creatures hexproof. Hexproof means he can't target them with his cards. So like those that shock that he used to kill our lion dude, wow, he had to go to discard, so he's not hitting any lands. He's playing indestructibility. Okay. So that shock that he targeted at our guy, he wouldn't actually be able to cast that. So he didn't do anything here. He kept 2 lands, and he hasn't gotten another one, which is really unfortunate for him. He's also playing Indestructibility. Don't play this card. It's not good. So I guess we're going to just go ahead and increase our board position by casting another creature. I could cast Pacifism on my own Wall of Blossoms to draw a card, but that seems like a really bad choice. Especially because he's going to be able to cast a creature eventually. So here comes a creature. It's that guy. So it's going to give all his slivers first strike. Depending on if we draw a land here, that's going to determine what we're going to do. We do get a land. That's probably the best draw we could have. We're going to be able to play privileged position now. It's going to give all of our guys hexproof, and it's also going to let us draw another card because of Enchanter's Presence. So that's good. He can't target our guys anymore. It also pumps these guys, makes them 4/4s, and now you're kind of seeing how this deck works. We're going to go ahead and swing 8 at him. And he's just going to take it. We'll pass the turn. So we'll see if he hits a land here. I'm actually surprised he hasn't scooped. I would have probably scooped. Yeah, he just passes. Alright, so this is not a real game, which is unfortunate because we actually got a deck that I like a lot. But at least you get to see how this deck works. It's really cool. It can do some very silly things. Blade Slice, Sliver. So we'll do that. We can just win here, so that's what we'll do. We'll pacify this guy. It's going to pump these guys up to 5/5s, and then that'll be 10 damage. So we'll put him out of his misery. That's going to be the game. So unfortunately, our opponent didn't actually get to play a game of Magic. He got stuck on his lands, which is too bad, but I guess it happens sometimes. So, hey, at least we won one. Now we can lose, and I'll feel okay about myself. We'll see if he's going to stay or drop. We will play him again if he wants to, so he's going to play again. Yeah, he's going to chat. Let him know we're using a random deck. Oops. Alright, so he's in. We're just going to go ahead and start. We'll see what we get. He's going to be playing Slivers again, obviously. We got dragons. We didn't draw any land, so we're going to mulligan. There's 2 forests. Oh, wow. I think we need to go to 6. Alright, this is keepable at least, so we're going to keep this. If we get a land, we'll be okay. This is one of the weaker decks, the Jund deck. It kind of focuses on dragons, but it doesn't, it's not fast enough to do that stuff. I don't know. I don't care for it. We're going to get a green here. Could have waited to do that for his turn, so he doesn't know what we're playing, but I don't really care. So the idea of this deck is to ramp into dragons. The problem is it's just not that great. So here comes a predatory sliver that's going to give all of his slivers +1/+1, including itself. So it's going to make itself a 2/2. Land? No. Alright, well, we'll go ahead and cast Dragon Fodder. We'll get 2 goblins, and then we'll pray to God that we draw land next turn. If we do, we'll be in fine shape. If we don't, again, we're going to fall behind very quickly. So, Blur Sliver, that's going to give all of his slivers haste. It's also going to be a 3/3, so he can attack with it here, and we can't stop it. We're not going to block. There's no need to yet. So he got off to a pretty good draw. Those are 2 very good creatures to play back to back. We don't get a mana, so we're pretty screwed. We'll play this little guy and pass. When he dies, we get another. We get a Thallid. No attacks. Alright, so we're very behind now. We're already behind because his deck is faster than ours, but the fact that we didn't draw land here is really going to put us behind. If he plays, let's see, he's going to be still at 3, so I think a Predatory Sliver would probably be the worst card he could play, because that would mess up all of our blocks. Shared Animosity is pretty bad too. This card's incredibly good in the Sliver deck. It's going to give his slivers It's going to make them big. It doesn't pump their back end, though, so he actually can't block because, hey, we got to land. We can just chump block with all of our idiots, and he won't be able to get through. Alright, so, yes, we're going to use this ability. We're going to grab a swamp. So that's going to be our third color of mana, and we'll pass back to him. So he's going to be potentially on 5 land this turn, which means he can start casting some scary things. Bone Scythe Sliver could come down. The War whatever sliver that lets him ping all of our guys when he attacks could come down. The Battle Sliver could come down and make his guys real big. So all of those would be bad. He has 3 cards in hand, so he may not have any. He's going to play Indestructibility. Alright. So we can't kill that thing anymore. I said that was a bad card, but it's pretty good against us right now. So it's a 2-2. It's going to become a 4-2, I believe. Oh, is this the same name? Shares a... Whenever a creature you control attacks, it gets +1/+0 till end of turn. Oh, he didn't attack with those other guys, so that's actually not going to trigger. It's just going to be a 2-2, and because of that, I'm not going to block it. Were it a 4-2, I would probably chump block, but I don't really care about taking 2 damage, so we draw another land. We could blow up his guy. I think what I want to do is actually just cast this instead. I'm going to save this kill spell for something scarier than a Blur Sliver. Yes, I'd like to use this ability. Can I look at the battlefield? Whoops. Oh, that doesn't help. Trying to see how many forests I have. 2? Okay. So we have 2 forests. There's a mountain in hand. We probably want a forest here? Oh, God, I ran out of time. That sucks. Alright, well, we didn't get to get a card, so that just happened. I'm going to skip attacking. Yeah, I don't like that you can't look at the field while you're picking a card. That really sucks. A lot. That was bad. So here comes the thing that we need to kill. That thing is dangerous. Every time a sliver attacks, it lets him shoot 1 damage at whatever he wants. So we're going to have to kill that next turn. We'll see who he decides to ping. He's going to kill our goblins. That's fine. Okay. So actually, he's not... We can still kill it. These guys are going to get very big. Alright. So we have a 5-3, an indestructible 4-2, and another 5-3. So we're going to block there, and I think here, chump block, and we're going to end up taking 4, go down to 11. But we kill this guy, which is good. Alright, Dragon Broodmother, we would have been able to play that. Oh no, we wouldn't, because we'd need a land. We have a 3-3 we could play. He'd actually be... he'd just be a 3-3. Or we could kill his Blur Sliver, which seems like it might be a good idea. He's at 2 cards. Yeah, I'm going to kill this. Oh, I could kill the Warstorm Surge. No. The haste is bad. We don't want the haste. Let's get that out of here. And we'll see if we draw land. If we do, we're going to be in okay shape. If we don't, we're screwed, and we did it to ourselves because I didn't just draw land with that guy. So we'll see what he's got here. Nothing pre-combat. That's good. We're going to end up taking 2 again. We're getting a little low on health here. We need to stabilize. We need to draw land this turn. If we hit a land, we're going to be in excellent shape. If we don't, we're going to be in some trouble. So we'll see if he has a play. Nope. Alright, good. That was the right choice then, killing off that Blur Sliver. Explosive Vegetation, that'll get us some lands. Alright, so let's get that and that. call it a day. And that is going to use our turn. So we're going to have to take another hit here. Again, though, he doesn't have haste anymore, so we should be okay. We're definitely on the back foot, though. We haven't done anything to him so far. Alright, good. Just going to take 2 more. Drop to 7. Yep. Alright, let's see if he's got a play. He didn't even play a land last turn, so I'm not sure what's in his hand. Nope, no plays. Alright, so maybe he's holding like shocks. We don't want to play this guy right now, I think. So that's 4. How much mana do we have? 5, 6, 7. I think we want to play this thing because it's giant. It's going to be very hard for him to shock it. Alright, so he has a play. He can't counter it, so I'm not sure what he's going to do here. Okay. This thing is very big. Path to Exile, that'll work. We are going to at least get a guy out of it. Yes, it's also going to give us a land, so we'll go ahead and get another swamp here. Probably should have got a forest, but that's okay. And we at least have a blocker this turn. And then next turn we can play... I don't know what we'll be at. A shock. So we don't have a blocker. Alright, so he was just holding a bunch of kill spells in his hand. That's not awesome for us. Gigantic Sliver. That's going to make his guy huge. We're going to go down to 2, and then we're going to die next turn if we don't do something about it. So he doesn't have trample. What's our play here? Let's see what we draw. Alright, we draw a Maelstrom Pulse. That's good. Let's get rid of this. We're going to have 5 mana left over. I think I would just want to do this. Get a land. Alright, we'll grab a mountain, since we haven't played a land yet. And then pass. If he has a way to kill this guy, we're dead. That's basically what it's going to come down to. If not, maybe we can come back. We'll see what he gets. Going to combat. Alright, that's a good sign. He's going to attack. We're going to have to sacrifice our guy. That's okay. Block. Oh, come on. Block. Yep. Okay. Alright. Draw a land. So we can play both of these, right? What do you cost? 6 and 4, 10, 7, 8, 9, 10. Do we have enough? No, we don't. Well, that sucks. I guess we're going to do this then. See, I should have gotten a mountain instead of a swamp. I've played this game terribly. Alright, but at least we have a blocker. Maybe it'll survive. It's our best play this turn. So I'm going to get a dragon too, which is good. Not going to devour. So again, this guy's going to give us chump blockers every upkeep, which will be good. Okay, Steel Form Sliver. It's going to make his guy a 2/3. And he's going to attack. So we'll block. Come on. Chump block here. We'll get another dragon. Okay. We draw land. That's no good. We will play this guy down now. So he's a 2/3. We'll have another dragon. I'm going to go ahead and attack. because we'll have 3 blockers next turn. Alright. And then we'll pass. I'm not playing this land because I want to have a card in hand to maybe represent having something scary. We're not going to eat anything. It's actually going to make him a 3-1 this turn, which is pretty nice. And we'll see what he does. Survival of the Fittest. That's a very good card. That's a very good card. I don't know if it's going to be great here. Indestructibility, another one. Okay. So now he can just attack, and we can't do anything to stop him. We can chump block, which is what we're going to do. This is a very long video. Hopefully you guys are enjoying it. Yeah, it doesn't. The boosts at this point don't really matter because they don't have trample, and we're just chump blocking with these dragon babies. So Maelstrom Pulse would be very good here. I've already used 2. Okay, I don't want to devour. You turn into a 3-1. Shaman, I'm going to play him down. Well, we'll attack first. I'm going to play him down just to have another creature on board to block, actually. So there we go. Got him down to 12. Play this guy down. He'll turn into a 4-2, and we're actually not too bad off right now. We're going to get another chump blocker here. Not going to eat anything. We could potentially win next turn. Do they have Devour? Yeah, they have Devour 2. But we need to be careful. We have him on a 3-turn clock right now. If he attacks, probably going to just sacrifice this guy, because we have tons of mana. We don't care about our dragons costing less to cast. We would actually rather have leftover guys in the air. So he needs to attack here. Let's see what he drew. Oh, geez, that's going to give them trample. That might be game. We'll have to see. No, because they're not that big. Alright, so... Alright, let's see. We have to block all of the damage. I think we need to put the ogre here. Yeah, he's going to eat all of our guys this turn. That's unfortunate. We could do this and go to 1. Yeah, we'll do that, and we'll go down to 1. Yep. So that was the only card that wins him the game. We actually won the next game. The next turn, I'm fairly certain, if he didn't draw that card. So that's unfortunate. This game's been unfortunate, but what can you do? Alright, so we can make him a 3-3 if we eat this. Then what can we draw to win? I don't think we can draw anything to win. Maelstrom Pulse here is still pretty good. No. Yeah, I guess we have to eat this and just hope to draw something. Yeah, we drew a land. Alright. Oh, and it didn't even register. Alright, so we lose. We're just going to swing at him with everything. He drew the best card. The only card that killed us. So that's unfortunate. But, sometimes it happens. So we almost pulled it out. I also messed up and got timed out and whatever. So we're just going to eat all of our guys here. make a giant dragon, and then die. This is one of the weaker decks as well. So is a Sliver deck. So I guess they were actually pretty evenly matched because they're both bad. Okay, he's gonna shock us. Well, it didn't matter. He drew the other card that killed us too. So there we go. That's gonna be the game. 1-1, as is standard for these. Got a little mana screwed, but it turned into a pretty good game. So thanks for watching, guys. Thumbs up if you liked the video. Check out the links in the description, and I'll have more coming your way shortly. Later, guys.